Hi Stampers, I'm Judy Anderson from JudyStamps.com and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be using the Art Gallery stamp set, and this is from the Fine Art Floral suite found in the mini catalog. So let's take a look at that suite. Okay, you will find the suite on page 32 and 33 of the January to June 2021 mini catalog. On page 32 you'll find some awesome samples using this suite. When you go over to page 33, there are all these products. You get the Art Gallery bundle, which includes the Art Gallery stamp set and the dies. We have the Golden Garden Designer Specialty acetate paper. This is gorgeous. These overlay over some of the images in the Designer Series paper. You can get the gilded leafing embellishment and the heat and stick powder to help keep that adhered to your projects. We then have the Fine Art ribbon, which is a wonderful golden ribbon that has this gold threading through it, as you can see here. We then have the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder, and this folder is awesome. It will bring your projects to the next level. If you combine it with some of the Designer Series paper, it takes that paper and makes it look 3D. It's gorgeous. And then we have the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. Let's get stamping. Okay, for today's project, I am doing a simple stamping project. It's just going to take stamps, ink, and paper. And you're going to see how you can make a wonderful card just using those items. I am starting with a piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock that measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. We're just going to take our bone folder and burnish that. Next, I have a piece of basic black cardstock, which we're going to use for our next layer. You just need to adhere that to your card base with your Stampin' Seal. We're just going to center that right on. I next have a piece of basic white cardstock that measures 1/16 larger than 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to take that and we're going to take our Flirty Flamingo ink. We're going to stamp our first image, and this is the large floral image that's solid. Now this is a two-step stamp, and I've used the colors found in the Designer Series paper. I wanted to stick true to that paper and the suite. Okay, so we're going to stamp that on there. Then I am going to grab my Memento ink and the detailed stamp. Now this is the overlay stamp, which is going to create a 3D effect to your flowers. We're just going to lay that right over, and it's quite simple to see where it gets laid onto because you can see right through it because it's a photopolymer stamp. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, for the second stamp, I'm going to go ahead and bring my camera in just a little bit further. I'll move my project over a little bit. Okay, I have made some masks out of Post-it notes. And as you can see, I've already used it, and I'm going to show you the card I made previously using Pool Party. And then you can tell me which you like better, the Pool Party or the Flirty Flamingo. Okay, we're going to stamp our floral image, the large one, a second time, and we're going to tilt it up a little bit and bring it down. Just go ahead and stamp that. Once again, grabbing our second stamp and our Memento ink, and we'll overlay this onto our first image. Okay, we have that stamped, but before I reveal what that looks like, we're going to go ahead and add the stems. So I need to put a second mask on here, and I'm thinking I need to trim this up just a little bit. Just like that, and it's okay if it's not quite perfect. In fact, I think I grabbed the wrong mask. I think I needed to grab this one here. Yep. So we have our second mask. I'm going to go ahead and close my Memento ink and my Flirty Flamingo. And we're going to bring in Pretty Peacock. Pretty Peacock is found in the Designer Series paper also. And we are going to take the stem image, and I am going to ink up the top portion. I'm not going to ink up the bottom stem. I'm then taking my Stampin' Chamois and I am going to wipe off the ink from the stem. I'm going to take a dried baby wipe and dry that off because I don't want any residue left on that stem. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this leaf over here and stamp it. We're going to ink it up again and follow that same process, taking our chamois, wiping that stem off, then taking our dry baby wipe and drying it off. Okay, we're going to put some leaves up in this direction, and we're going to do it one more time, adding a third cluster of leaves. Just following that same process, wiping the stem off. Now you could take a Stampin' Write marker and just color the leaves if you find that easier, but I find that I get a better image when I use the stamp pad. Okay, I'm going to take this and bring those leaves right down here in between those flowers. So we have a cluster of 3 leaves. And you're going to notice that you don't have all the leaves image showing, but when we lift this off, it appears as if those leaves are coming from behind our flowers. And I just love that look. Now, I am going to add 1 leaf up here, I think. We have 6 leaves. I want to do an odd number. So let's just ink up. We're going to clean off our entire stamp. And then let's dry it. And let's just take this curvy leaf right here and we're just going to ink that one up. Get that inked up right there. Make sure none's on the stem. And we're just going to pull a leaf right there. Okay, so that completes our images. I'm going to go ahead and close my Pretty Peacock up. And I'm going to grab my words. I have the words Thinking of You, and I'm going to grab my Memento ink, and I'm going to put those down on the left hand side. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move my silicone mat just in case it has some ink on it, and go ahead and adhere this to the front of our card. And wait until you see how this pops when I put it on here. You're going to be amazed. Look at that image just come to life when I mount it on that paper. Now I'm grabbing some of our Artistry Blooms glue-backed sequins because these do match. We have these deeper kind of Flirty Flamingo. We have some lighter ones. And I think I'm just going to go with those 2 with this card. So let me grab my Take Your Pick tool. If you want to bring your cards to the next height with just something small, this is a great way to do it. So I am grabbing 3 of these darker sequins. I'll put that to the side. And then I'm going to take 3 of the lighter ones. Just want to include those in too. Oh, I'll do that one. I'm going to do it down here instead. I think I'm going to do 2 large ones here. Now, if we do 3 and 3, that's 6. So I want to add 3 more of something. And I thought that it needed a little bit of black. Now, I am out of my black pearls that are found in that same mini catalog. So what I am doing is, let me get on camera here, I am coloring some of my basic Pearl Jewels with my dark basic black Stampin' Blend. Okay, we need to let those dry for just a second. So while those are drying, we're going to stamp the inside of our card. So we're going to use the same colors in the same sequence. So take our Flirty Flamingo and our larger image, or more solid image I should say. I'm going to put that right here up in this right hand corner. Let's close that up. Let's grab our Memento. How many of you would have thought to use black as your second image? Now you wouldn't have to. You could use our Blushing Bride and the Flirty Flamingo. But I just think that using the black gives it a striking, different look. And this time, we're not going to wipe off the stem on the leaves. We're going to stamp the entire thing. Let's ink that up. And we're going to have that coming off the side of the card just like that. Okay, we're going to grab our Memento ink again and grab the thank you. And I'm just going to put that right in there, just like that. We're going to go ahead and secure that to the inside of our card while we're waiting for those pearls to dry. And that's going to be the inside of the card. And we could do our envelope also. You want everything coordinating, right? Okay, so let's add that pop of black onto the front of the card. Grab our Take Your Pick tool. We'll grab the large pearl. And where do we think? Put a black down here. One up here. And then this small one. Oh, let's put it up here. Right next to that large one. And there we go. There's our simple stamping card for today. Isn't that gorgeous? I promised you that I would show you the pool party card. So here is the pool party. Look how different that is. And I stamped this on very vanilla instead of the basic white. So the Flirty Flamingo seems to pop more because it's on our basic white. So there's the two of those next to each other. I will zoom out for you so you can see those. Now I do have, for the month of February, my virtual class is using this suite. So if you'd like information for that, I will put my email address in the description below. Until next time, everybody, happy stamping!